This doesn't sound right.
Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are here to continue with the Corrado saga. This season opening hasn't been very nice. I left off with the trembling problem and one little broken spark wire. Thank you for your ideas and comments. Since then, I grabbed the computer and looked what fault codes the car would give. As I assumed, it gave the idle valve problem. This has been there before. I have tried idle valve regulator from a working car and it still has that issue, but maybe it is a build up for that, I don't know. And then there was the other fault code, crankshaft sensor, which I later found out that is showing when the engine isn't running. I didn't know that. So here I was getting ready for a challenge to lift the car up on the ground and working underneath it. I hate that. And I couldn't get the car to the height I needed to put the jack up.
Hate it.
So I ditched that idea. I thought that I will change the spark wires instead. I had done it already like 4 times in that week. So how hard can it be, right? This was the first start.
This doesn't sound right.
It sounded like I had mismatched the wires or they aren't attached, so I went to look for that. I found one spark plug wire that wasn't as tightly as attached as it could be, so I tried to get it better, but the engine still ran bad. Then I looked up some wires. I found some that had a little cut on them, but the wire inside was well. There was also a wire connection to the lambda sensor, which was raising some questions. So maybe there is something over there, but the electrical thing is the last thing I can deal with. And before it caught my eye that there was antifreeze leakage on the ground, I found the leaking hose. It was under the coil back. I wanted to just tighten the clamp, but I had to remove the coil back for it because it was in a bad position. I couldn't reach it. So this was it for the day. I couldn't cope with any more problems. So the next day I was rested. Well, I wasn't. I helped my friend in the garage till 4 a.m. in the morning, but still fresh mind.
Okay. So yesterday it started bad. Today I found one spark plug wire which was not as tightly attached as it could be. I fixed it. It is better, but now there is some bad like tick in the engine.
That hurt. I knew that this was the point that I couldn't know what to do next. I played with the thought that I could learn about everything and then start approaching more logically, but it would end up me buying parts together and trying everything, and still I don't know nothing about the electrical and wiring issues. So it didn't seem a good idea. And I don't owe it to anyone to fix it by myself, but this is just me being disappointed in me. A little giving up feeling.
This season start is rough. I don't know where to go from here.
But I reminded myself that the goal is not to be a mechanic with this car. The goal is to enjoy this car, to go to our Thursday Car Club meets every Thursday, to go car shows, to enjoy the nice weather we have here, to ride with it. So, a long story short, I drove my car to the mechanic with the trailer to not potentially hurt the engine. Now I wait, hopefully, for the good news. The good news would be that it would be like some sensor or some wiring issue, something more simple. The bad news would be that the engine needs to be taken apart from somewhere and it would be expensive. I have already rebuilt this engine, so it would not be reasonable to do it again and throw all the money at it again. I really want to solve things myself, but I have to remind myself, and maybe this is something you can take away with you. You don't have to solve everything yourself. Someone has put time and effort to learn those things, so you wouldn't have to. So you could get to your goal quicker, and trust me, there will be enough learning curves for you. But keeping your goal in mind, is this really what you have to deal with yourself? So until then, I will drown in the sanding dust with golf, and I hope to give you some news with both of them really soon. I'm not really inspiring right now with my problem upon problem, but this is the life with the project car, I guess. I joke myself that it's the 7th year with me and the Corrado, and the 7th year is told to be the hardest in the relationship. So, yeah, we'll see. Cheers and have a beautiful day or night. Bye.